Welcome in, and thanks for joining us for the WHHI Daily News, where we strive to bring you more Lowcountry news more often. I'm Bob Stevens. Might not be long before state and national forensic experts will dig up the body of Stephen Smith for a new autopsy with procedures that have been updated since he died in July of 2015, nearly 8 years ago. You can imagine the science has come a long way. Sandy Smith's GoFundMe page has raised well over $100,000 for the new efforts since SLED Director Mark Keel told Smith's new lawyers that he does believe Smith was a murder victim, not the hit-and-run case believed to be his cause of death at the time by the Hampton County coroner. Smith was a high school classmate of Buster Murdaugh, who has denied any involvement. Smith's new lawyers believe this new autopsy and all the attention the case will now receive could lead to a solving of the crime. If you have ever stood in an airport security line and watched people buzz by you in the pre-check lane, the Hilton Head Island Airport's actually hosting a TSA pre-check enrollment event that you don't have to go to the airport to complete. The program's being held at the airport-owned building at 26 Hunter Road next to the airport all this week. You'll need proof of identity, proof of citizenship, and $78, but the pre-check is good for 5 years. You can also get a known traveler number then that you can add to your pre-check on future flight reservations. You'll not only save on having to line up as much, you'll get to keep your shoes and light jacket on, and you won't have to remove laptops and liquids from your carry-on luggage. Somebody's got to pay for all the additional infrastructure needs for the housing boom in Beaufort County. The extra roads and services necessary are supposed to come from impact fees charged to the developers of the new properties. Beaufort County's council is finally updating that fee structure to make sure it's those developers and not current residents who pay those fees. The new fee structure has the county expecting to raise nearly $30 million for roads north of the Broad and nearly $38 million for south of the Broad, with smaller figures for parks, libraries, and new fire protection. That's all in the next 10 years. The figure for the new Bluffton fire protection is over $10 million all by itself over the next decade. While most of the country is expecting President Biden to announce soon that he's running for a second term, there is already a Democratic challenger who's been in South Carolina the last couple of days campaigning against him. 70-year-old self-help author Marianne Williamson visited Columbia, Charleston, and Florence after a speech to the Democratic Black Caucus, where she promoted her platform of a more equalized economy that offers universal health care, tuition-free college, free child care, paid family sick leave, and a livable wage. And not that many years from her graduation from a Beaufort County public school, Broad River Elementary counselor Candace Washington has been named the district's school counselor of the year. Currently in her 4th year as a counselor, was praised by her principal as having a calm spirit and nature, likely a huge asset counseling elementary students. The district also recognized May River High's Laura Marshall and Robert Smalls Academy's Takaria Brown as Counselors of the Year at their levels, and Port Royal Elementary's Ariel Young as Rookie Counselor of the Year. For more information on these and other Lowcountry stories, we invite you to visit the sources listed on your screen. Let's take a look at the early week weather. After a pretty good weekend overall, what's the early part of the week look like, Maria Soden?
Thanks, Bob. Yep, so taking a look ahead, it does look like we're going to start the week off with some rain, but then it is going to be dry the rest of the week. Taking a look at Tuesday, it's going to be cloudy with scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the day, but it should be clearing up by the evening. Hilton Head's going to have a high of 70, a low of 63. Bluffton's going to have a high of 72, a low of 62, and Beaufort's going to have a high of 72 and a low of 62. The sunrise for Tuesday is going to be at 7:17 and sunset's going to be at 7:40. Taking a look at the beach tides, low tide is going to be at 10:24 a.m. and high tide is going to be at 3:01 p.m. Taking a look into the rest of the week, Wednesday it's going to be sunny to partly cloudy with highs in the 60s and lows in the 50s. Come Thursday it's going to be sunny with highs in the 70s and lows in the 50s. And then come Friday it's going to be sunny to partly cloudy with again the highs in the 70s and lows in the 50s. That's it for today. Let's head back to the desk.
Coming up a little later on, all sorts of different kinds of sports news, but up next we're going to visit the 50th anniversary celebration in Ridgeland of a very special memorial for veterans.